So I'm Dr. Kelly Winarski with Kairos Connect. I'm joined tonight with Evan Hughes, Dr. Evan Hughes, and Dr. Jessica Tagliarini. And we want to hear more about your practice and what you're looking for in an associate.
All right. So I practice with my husband, Dr. John Tagliarini in West Hartford, Connecticut. It's a great little destination town. When we moved here 18 years ago, when we started this practice, we selected this town out of everywhere in the whole area, actually the whole country, quite honestly, and kept narrowing it down until we found what we felt was the perfect spot for us. It's a destination town, so people go there to shop, to eat, to go to healthcare providers. It's less than an hour from the beach, and it's tucked kind of like right between Boston and New York. So it's in a great location. So that's really great, and that's why we selected that. As
How long
far
have you been
as
practicing there?
how long? 18 years now. I've been practicing 24, 18 of them in West Hartford.
Tell us a little bit more about your practice. Is it sports focused, kind of pediatrics, or you tell us?
So kind of all the above. I would consider my practice or our practice a family practice. We help patients of all ages. We've had infants come in 2 days old, and my oldest patient ever was 99 years old. We do have a lot of athletes of all ages. We have a lot of kids, a lot of pregnant moms. We have probably the biggest prenatal practice in the area, and we definitely do a good deal of PI as well.
Beautiful. What about techniques? Any specific techniques that you're looking for in an associate?
Yeah, definitely. Everything we do is pretty hands-on. So manually adjusting, mainly diversified, but we also utilize some drops, some flexion distraction, some Gonstead, some arthrostim, and then also activator and Logan Basic as needed. A big technique in our office that our associate would need to have would be the Webster technique. So they'd either have to be certified or be willing to be certified in that. And that's a weekend seminar. So that's easy enough to do. We have digital x-ray conveniently located on site in our office. And we also added over the past few years to our practice spinal decompression and some cold laser to augment care as needed.
Oh, I love that. You guys have just a little bit of everything, but lots of focus on the pregnant moms and the babies.
Mhm.
So what qualities would you be specifically looking for in an associate? Are
Great
you looking
question.
for a new grad, someone with a little more experience, special training aside from the Websters?
Mhm. Um, we don't necessarily have a preference on new grad or experience, although experience would be nice. Really, in the big picture, we just need somebody with strong adjusting skills, somebody who's physically capable of handling a higher than average volume of patients. Um, we want someone who's willing to learn, even if they've been doing it for a while. We're really good at mentoring and teaching our associates how to do an incredibly rock solid new patient visit and report of findings, how to develop and execute very effective corrective care plans. We're not like a quick fix kind of office. We're really into corrective care. And then transitioning those patients to lifelong wellness. And through doing that, we also teach them how to build an all referral practice. So I want people who are just willing to learn and soak up that knowledge and be willing to implement that in their practice.
I love that. So someone with a lot of energy and very coachable is what I'm hearing.
Coachable. Yep, exactly. Yep.
So in the
Can you
onboarding, should this person expect to start running at 60 miles an hour? Are you going to ramp them up slow? When a person comes in, what speed should they be expecting to integrate?
Well, typically I have them observe at first, and then I have them start to work on patients, and then we kind of build up. So they wouldn't be starting off at 60 miles an hour.
What makes your practice unique in your eyes or different?
I thought about that question a lot. I knew you were going to ask me that. And I think I've came up with two things. We have long-term staff and long-term patients. So our staff has been with us a really long time. For example, our office manager has been there 11 and a half years. I'd say about 50% of my patients every day are long-term maintenance wellness patients. So I think when people stick around, that's a good testimony that Tagliarini Chiropractic is a great place to be. The other thing is that I think we're really good at efficiently helping more people in one day than the average chiropractic office helps in a week, but never sacrificing the quality of care or the results we get.
I love that. What would be different for you, Dr. Jessica, if you had another associate in the office? Because you have one right now, right?
No, we don't have one.
You don't have one right now. Okay, so what would be different for you if you had an associate in the office?
My main motivator, and the same for Dr. John, is time. Having an associate there would allow us to take more vacations with our family, take trips together, work a few less hours, and just have less physically to do in a week. We've been doing this 24 years, and although, handling a certain volume of patients when you're right out of school is one thing, as you get older, you want to just cut back a little bit. And honestly, I love what I do. I don't want to cut back very much, but I want to have the option to do so.
Well, it sounds like you have plenty to go around, so.
We do.
If you could give one piece of advice to a graduate who was looking for an office to associate in, any advice on interviewing, on choosing an office?
In general or in Connecticut?
Well, let's go in general.
Okay, so I think being somewhere where you can live, work, and play is important, right? So, like I said, it's a destination town. The office is there. If you want to go hiking or go see a waterfall or go to the beach or go to a lake or go to a movie or a Broadway show or anything you want to possibly do, it's all right there. So it's a great place to just raise a family. When we picked West Hartford, for example, we looked at, okay, we want to pick somewhere where we're going to be able to raise a family and put some roots down. And so I think that's really important. You want to look at the big picture, not just the short term. I think another important thing that we realized in Connecticut and where I used to practice in another state years back, how important it is to have a good support system. So having great chiropractic colleagues in the area is really important. Like in Connecticut, we have the Connecticut Chiropractic Council. I'm actually the current president. And we have some just amazing, successful, driven, supportive other colleagues in the area. And that's really huge. I can't imagine practicing where the next chiropractor I knew was like, a 50-minute drive away. It's just great having that support. So the location and the support, I think, are really important.
Absolutely. Any advice for applying for your position in particular that you would like to see?
Yeah, I mean, I want someone looking at the big picture. I want someone who's willing to stay around for the longer term. Ideally, somebody who's going to commit to 2 years at least. I'd even be happy to keep somebody long term. We treat our staff really good. We're constantly doing things to just support them and make them want to stay around. It's a really positive environment. And ideally, we want somebody who can grow with us. And if they choose to leave after that 2-year period, that's okay, because I know I'm going to be able to feel good about that. I gave them the skills to succeed in practice, because there's so many things you don't learn in school. And I just think that that's important. We also have the option that after the 2 years is up, if somebody wanted to open their own practice, we have a financing with buyout option available where we could help them with that.
Absolutely
In the
amazing.
area, of course.
Right. So starting a second location and then they would buy that out over time. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want us to know about your practice?
Oh no, gosh.
You did amazing.
We're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
Okay, so to apply for Tagliarini Chiropractic, you can send a resume, and we're asking for a short video as to why you are the best fit for this practice to info@kairosconnect.com. Thank you very much.